So for me, I came here in Bangalore 3 years back for an internship, like just finishing my business school, my master degree. So I came here for an internship in a communication digital agency, nothing related to food. But I worked before in France in restaurants. When I came here, I had this idea in mind to start my own startup. So and when I looked at the Indian market and how I could build my startup, I just decided to start something related to food because food is my passion and yeah, what I really wanted to do. And then
I'm a close friend from Nicolas, so we like even when I was working in France, we spoke about this project. And I quit my job in France. I decided basically it was to travel like around India or the world. So I came in India first. I visited Nicolas, and at that time he received the food truck. So I just helped him at the beginning. I was not supposed to say, but finally we decided that it would be better if we stay together on the project.
yeah. We wanted to start a restaurant first, like a casual restaurant with a friendly connection, with where you can build your network, meet like really friendly people, like startup mode, like kind of a co-working environment, this thing. And but finally the thing is, we were not able to find a place because the landlords, like most of them here, are really old and they are not up to give a place to a foreigner, because for them it's like, oh, okay, if you leave the country, or I'm gonna get my money back and all and everything. So we wanted to start something more personal, something that we won't have like the big responsibility on anyone's hand, you know. The biggest responsibility is like, here, see, we have a base kitchen, but we have the food truck, which is our main business, and so we don't have to like look at someone else to run our business.
Yes, there are some local goons, local associations, unauthorized associations who are formed and who want to throw their weight around. Yes, we have handled it in our own way. We have made sure that we contacted certain co-ops, we contacted their association, we have tried to make peace. See, because in the end, we don't want it to become a huge problem where not only us, like our other family members, our other people in the association are also not affected. So it doesn't become a this thing. So we try to sort it out then and there. But yes, these are our regular challenges which we face, where we have to speak to everything and we have to make peace with everybody. We can't. We have to swallow our pride and make peace with everybody. But that's the only way we can move forward.
The thing is, we started the food trucking at the perfect time, because we started 1.5 years back. So it was still like the beginning, the trending wave of the food truck. It started like 6 months before, and when we started, it was just people starting getting to know about food trucks. So we, like at the beginning when we parked in the street, people were really wondering what's happening inside this truck. Obviously, because we were one of the first 10, something like that, and it slowly grew, like developed. But so like we kept being in the street, parking in the street, meeting more and more people, and that's something we cannot really do now, because as you know, the food truck scene now in Bangalore, it's kind of like unstable, because like wherever you park, you'll have cops coming chasing you, and you don't have a secured place. You don't have this feeling nowadays to like just go and park wherever you want. Before we could do that. We used to go to Cambridge Layout, we used to go to Lavelle Road, we used to go to HSR, Koramangala, and now the feeling is that we want to go to secured place, because at the end of the day, if we go and we have to throw away and waste the food, there's no point for us and there's no point to run the business.
No, we can park in the street, but we have to give like huge price.
That's the main problem.
So when you say food truck, it's not as easy as in India compared to other countries, because in India there are no fixed laws for food trucks. So there's nothing on bond paper. So everything is just in the air. So there's no law, there's no proper documentations. The NOCs or the permissions that you require for all the alterations, there's nothing as such. So basically what you can say is, yes, nothing is on paper.
We faced a lot of challenges. Point A being like, India, we have hawker's license, which is being given, but we don't have hawking zones. So that's the very funny part. So this is being debated in court. It's right now going on in the High Court, but nothing has been done for it. So here we have to fend ourselves, by ourselves, and we have to solve things at the ground level rather than taking it up at the higher spots. So what we did is that we used to park our vehicles across, on the streets and everything and all that. We got harassed by cops, we got harassed by neighborhood associations and all that. But these are things which we have to overcome.
Because there is no license for food trucks. So corporates ask us for a certain license that we have, that's the FSC. Then the cops spending actually ask for the regular licenses, but they also ask you for a modification license, which actually you don't get. Or if you even get it, you get it, not through the legal way or something, and you pay a lot of money. So most of us don't have it. So that's the license that they usually catch us on. And then so we had funny incidents that's happened. So we have the FSCCI. FSCCI is started by the Kurien. So we were vending, we were street vending, and it's a vendor's license. So we were on the street. We were on the road. Obviously the parking space, that's where they can park. So the cop actually came and asked us what are you doing here? We said no, we have the license. See, it says we are a vendor. They're like, if you're a street vendor, then you should be on the footpath. So you go on the footpath, and we are like, how is this even possible to take this truck on the footpath? He's like, well then, you know what. So yeah. So there's no argument. It's basically, if you argue with them, it's just like a lose situation for them right now. Many of them have argued and gone to the station, gotten their trucks seized and things like that. So it's better not to argue with this.
So you feel like there's really no use talking to these cops and things like that?
Because they will not, they will just, they know there's a loophole, so they're going to make it as long as they can.
Bangalore is a good place for food trucks, but only thing we need to have some guidelines from the government to legalize us. So we don't have to, work with fear inside. Now everywhere, only in Indiranagar we know the cops, so we are not so much problem. And in Hennur also, we have planned to go to Koramangala, but we are scared because we don't know the language, we don't know the cops. And now the serious problem is in the roads itself, they are catching so much food trucks and they want the RTO license and all these things. And RTO has never legalized a system like that. So we don't have that from RTO. Only the new trucks which is taken brand new and registered as food trucks, they can do. So all trucks and roads.
Finally we landed upon this truck, which is the biggest possible inside the city. Yeah. So then for that all we had to go to RTO, we met people, we met officers. So they guided us that an old vehicle you can't take. All those were the challenges. So then first we were like all other truckers, we were also trying to go down for a older vehicle.
Yes.
Then we got this information that you cannot go down on an older vehicle. Why? Because you cannot get a registration of a mobile canteen. And only mobile canteen is legal in town. Okay, like in Karnataka there's a rule, you have to have a mobile canteen, otherwise you can't operate on streets selling food.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
I mean, we are different from the hawkers.
Yeah.
So we cannot just
We
have
are not
only
hawkers.
the hawker license. It will not do. So we need to have something special just to take this big thing on road. And then permissible time limit was for the heavyweight ones was like after 7 o'clock in the evening. So if we would have chosen that thing, the huge ones, we were looking for like we will, entertain 40 people inside. So that was not really doable.
So this
is
one
the
is medium weight.
minimum, or I should say maximum permissible limit of a vehicle. Yeah.
So this is like a medium weight. This is called a medium weight, which you can run inside the city in the daytime also. Okay, and all the dimensions are as per the rules. So that is it. So that is how we came down to this vehicle, decided on it. Then we got the interiors done. It took us 6 months. Our fabricator. Better not speak about that.
But if I may ask, so you guys don't have the hawker's license, you have a different one?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a food license. Okay, your normal FSSAI. And then we have a mobile canteen. These are the two important ones.
Very important.
Other than that, everything is like permissions you have to take from Heldt. and every other place, so that we have.
I mean, the vehicle should be registered as a mobile canteen. Otherwise, you cannot use it as like a food truck. It's like that. That is very important. Thing
So,
number one.
because you have this license, you haven't had any trouble with the cops or anything?
I hope so. We will not be having any.
Not yet. We have not had any.
Till
trouble.
date,
In
we
fact,
are
they
like
have been quite supportive. It has
lucky
been a
ones.
good journey till date.
Do you think it's because of the area? This side, Hennur is
No,
more.
no, it's
not like that.
We have been to other areas also. Cops do stop us also, because when they see a vehicle like this running in the
this.
city, they will.
They
But after
stop.
that, our papers and
everything,
everything
is
has
okay, so
been
nobody is
perfect,
really
yes.
bothering. And most of the times when police jeep is coming next to us and they are stopping us, so they just wanted to say like, oh my god, it's superb, it's so cute. Every time it's like that only. They are not stopping us. What you have done to a vehicle. So it's always like that. So till date we are happy.
Do you feel like, again, pertaining to Bangalore, do you feel like since you guys managed to obtain the correct permits and you haven't had problems with cops, whereas everyone else had a lot of bad incidents, do you feel like the food industry, the food truck industry in Bangalore is going to come up soon? Do you see a future?
It
Yes,
will, yes, we
definitely.
do that. It will happen. I'm
It is
sure.
coming up, and the concept is very new. People are really not very much aware of this concept. Okay, there are too many pros and cons, of course, with everything. So the fact is that, like I said, that till date there have been no issues with cops. But the fact is, this thing is not provisioned in our legal system, a food truck. Okay, we may be having the right papers as of now,
Yeah.
but again, it is not legal and it is not illegal.
It's not illegal as
So
well.
we need to have a legal status as well. So that is yet to happen.
And for that, the first thing is we are just getting our this association registered, the BFTA, Bangalore Food Truck Association. So that will be, I think, the very first step.
With regard to the Food Truck Association in Bangalore, do you see them succeeding eventually? No time frame, but just eventually through their efforts and things like that?
That-
In a few years.
The problem is that we are 4 people at the board of administration, where we have 1 treasurer, 1 secretary, one vice president, and 1 president. So out of 4 people, we are basically working on the legalization and how we could make it better and bigger and stronger, because we need to have an impact on the food truck in general here in Bangalore. We need to really have an impact and catch people's attention about, hey, listen, there's food trucking here in Bangalore, you need to know about it, and you need to know who are behind that and catch them. And so that's what we are working on. But the problem is that Bangalore is so big, everything takes so much time, and they are, like most of the people in the association, they are not I feel, see, the thing is, so many people have opened a food truck thinking about, I'm gonna make lots of money, and these people, they are completely wrong, and that's about it.
So, the association was started initially by another person called Jai. So he was one of the first food trucks to come. He opened up about a month or 2 months before me. Okay, and gotten about 4-5 trucks, because we were getting getting a lot harassed on the streets. So we thought, okay, fine, let's fight together rather than being alone. So that's how we started this association with about 5 trucks, with just 5 trucks, and right now we are about 40 trucks. And I was one of the members there at that time. So we have changed 2 presidents, and right now I'm the president of the Food Truck Association, and hoping to guide it in the right direction.
Do you have any set things, like, are you fighting for a particular license separate from the hawkers so that you guys have hawking zones? Or?
Yes, that's the main thing. So we know things which are not possible, or things which are really far-fetched. Okay, so the far-fetched goals are giving an addendum to the court, trying to work our way with BBMP making rules. Okay, but our immediate goal is to approach the BBMP and approach their grounds. So a lot of BBMP, we are aware that BBMP is requires a lot of financial support. Okay, and they are open for rentals. So on the other hand, we feel that the BBMP grounds, your playgrounds, are not utilized in the evening time after 6. So that's the time we're planning to rent it out. So we're trying to send a proposal to the BBMP so that they so we can get some kind of space right there.
What we came across recently is that Prime Minister is coming up with some new schemes for like zones, food zones for these food truckers, like the way you have in US and California and all. So same concept is coming down here also. When it will happen, we don't know.
Yeah, food truck zone actually, they could. See,
The government is not responsible for this, but just like to allow food truck to park somewhere and to be like to have a legal license only for food trucks. It's not like now there is license for mobile canteen, but it's not really what's a food truck. So like there should be a proper license for food trucks, and then for example the BFTA can organize to have food trucks hubs all over Bangalore or all over India, like
in Indiranagar, Koramangala. See, they have built this eat street or in Koramangala. Why not? We can do the same for food trucks, obviously.
Do you know how the food truck industry works outside India?
Outside India, especially in US, they have a specific parking zone, and your name will be there. Like if you don't go one day, it's not a problem, but if you go the other day also, the place will be there for you. Here, it's not like that. And and the people knows there in the zone there will be food trucks. So if in like Indiranagar, it's long time we have gone there. So people come there for us. They don't see us. Before they used to have 5 to 6 food trucks in Indiranagar. So people know whenever they come, they will get one or other food truck. Now it's not happening. So that's why the business is gone. There is zero business in Indiranagar.
A lot of trucks are giving up and shutting down and all that, but this way we are facing all our challenges, and that's how we have even come up with an association. We have got a lot of truckers to be together, and we are trying to fight our way across with presenting papers to the BBMP and trying to find our way out and see how it really goes. It's a far-fetched goal, but we are not giving up. We are here to stay, and we think that it is a great model, and this is our only way of actually, because it's got low overheads and high returns, and I think that's the most practical way of running a business.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is that we are passionate about what we do, and the product that we have built, and the community that we have built around us, and the interaction that we have with our customers, because we see we don't have, I would say we don't have like 5,000 customers. Yeah, we have 5,000 people who likes our food. You should see, like, stand here and see like how many people come every day, every 2 days, every 3 days. They come because they also know that the owners, like the founders, are here to talk and to interact with them, and they know why they are coming for the food and for talking with us and for like just knowing more about like French food, knowing more about French culture and the things that we spread.